but it's an awesome venue. We're gracious to have Mountain Valley Golf Course again be our venue and be a great host. They were very receptive, so we are extremely happy that they allowed us to be here again this year. And then also, as you can see behind me, the funding zone has stepped up, not only to be the #1 fundraising provider in Schuylkill County, but also to give back to all of us and sponsor today's event. So quickly give a round of applause to the funding zone. Mike Sikoski's in the background. I'll get him to stand on a chair so you can all see him. But
blocking my sign.
I had to do that. But yeah, so any of the fundraising needs that we ever need, or any of the help we need financially, my first call is always to the funding zone, and 9 times out of 10 they come through. So we're really happy. Thank you.
Thanks, Scott.
You're welcome. So another great year, Schuylkill County football. I know we do have some carvers, but it's great. 16 teams. Hopefully this doesn't change. I have a ton of thoughts, but here's what I will tell you. In the last 4 years alone, our brand of football has now taken a rise. I'm not going to say we're the #1 brand in the state of Pennsylvania, but I guarantee you this: I became part of the Pennsylvania State Coaches Association, and everyone kind of knows the story of how I've gone through the system and done different things, coached in different events. But when I first got to the Pennsylvania State Coaches Association back in like 2007, 2008, no one even knew what co-region football was. No one knew. I mean, they heard of Schuylkill County, but if I put it on the map, they wouldn't be able to. They couldn't point out where any of the schools were. But today, it's a different situation. Today, when we talk about Schuylkill County football, people know about it. I think social media has kind of helped us with that. But I don't believe not only that, but we have arguably some of the best coaches in the state right here in Schuylkill County. And it's very noticeable when you look at all the East-West games that guys are coaching in, Big 33 games that guys are coaching in. And we're going to continue to build this brand and continue to reach out and get opportunities. So as the coaches get more opportunities and more notoriety, guess what comes with that? You as players get more looks, get more opportunities. And that's what we're all here to do, give you the best opportunities we can. There isn't a coach in this room that doesn't care about their players and giving them the best opportunities. So players, how about congratulating your coaches for that? That being said, enough of me. Just congratulations. I know Schuylkill County football this year is going to be a great year. We have a lot of great football players. We have a bunch of Division I talent. And overall talent level in Schuylkill County continues to rise and rise. And we should all be proud of that. And, you know, big enemies on the field, obviously, we want to compete. But off the field, we need to support each other. All right, so we're going to start, as tradition, I'm going to go, oh, you're back. Okay, we'll start with Coach Sikoski because he is the legend. We'll start with Coach. Coach will go through. Players, introduce yourselves, your name, your school year this year, senior, junior, whatever, and what position you play. Okay?
Here we go.
Aiden Mokovitz, junior, number 73, O-line D-line.
James Rodino, senior, online D-line. Jesse Rodino, fullback DN.
Bruce Hopeck, senior, quarterback.
Mark Rosenberger, Jim Thorpe High School. Mel Rochette, senior, offensive line, defensive line.
Salvatore Caprio, running back, linebacker.
Tom McCarroll, Lehigh High School.
Wyatt Sharon, O-line, D-line. senior.
Dawson Kaiser, I'm a senior this year, and I play wide receiver.
Cooper Hartzell, I'm a senior, O-line D-line.
Brady O'Donnell, quarterback, senior.
Trevor Ronaldo, senior, quarterback.
Joey Flell, senior, wide receiver.
Jackson Chalonsky, senior, running back, linebacker.
Wally Hallard, Schuylkill.
Steven Slessie, North Valley.
Marker Lords, linebacker, wide receiver.
Jesse Blues, O-line, DN.
Brandon Kurzwell, junior, tight end, DN. Alex Achenbach, senior, running back, safety.
Everyone here?
Yes, we got you.
Going over to Panther Valley. Panther Valley's in the center.
Mark Levine, Panther Valley.
Brad Jones, senior, linebacker guard. Brady Jones, junior, wide receiver, cornerback. Ryan Cole, junior, running back.
Eli Maynard, center D-line, senior.
Good job.
Pat Mason, Nativity.
Like that. Noah Dobbin, junior, wide receiver, DB.
John Burrell, senior, running back, linebacker.
Will Mongreen, senior, O-line, D-line. Sam Spolsky, junior, running back, linebacker.
Nolan Farr, senior, running back, cornerback.
Tom Goey, Placer Crimson Tide.
John Kashmara, senior, O-line, D-line.
Cole Becker, senior, quarterback.
Travis McFarland, senior, running back, corner.
Brennan Zellwalk, senior, wide receiver, linebacker.
Sam Barner, Tamaqua.
Devin Sell, senior, safety.
Carlos Vega, senior, O-line D-line.
Damon Sell, senior, receiver.
Matthew Welsh, senior, O-line, D-line.
Dave Schiffer, Pine Grove area.
Lane Weaver, senior, running back. Evan Correda, senior, quarterback, corner, kicker. Tyler Sleva, senior, O-line, D-line.
Xavier Yeagley, senior, center, defensive end.
Ed Moran, Shenandoah Valley.
Coach Cordero, senior, O-line, D-line.
Ben Dempster, quarterback, senior.
Nick Ryan, senior, wide receiver.
Mike Beals, senior, O-line, D-line.
Then we get
Paul Babinski, Monterey. Jeremiah Molina, senior, offensive line, defensive line.
Colin McGroarty, senior, running back, safety.
Ethan Manley, wide receiver, D-back.
Caleb Vick, senior, O-line, DN.
Justin Franz, Minersville.
Jake Schultz, senior, O-line, D-line. Lorenzo Yori, senior, wide receiver, linebacker.
Dante Carr, sophomore, quarterback.
Easton Schultz, junior, slot, quarterback.
Luke Stefanowski, senior, running back, linebacker.
Tom Gallagher, Blue Mountain. Will Jameson, QB, safety. Tyler Miller, senior, quarterback.
Vern Klagner, senior, linebacker, H-back.
Aiden Bosnock, senior, running back, safety.
Jeff Sampson, Tri-Valley High School.
Aiden Reichok, senior, O-line.
Cash Doman, fullback, linebacker.
Lane Yoder, senior, wide receiver, defensive back.
John Bowman, senior, tight end, DN.
everyone knows who I am, so.
Augustus Ward, senior, quarterback.
Steve, sophomore, running back, linebacker.
Chase Williams, sophomore, O-line, D-line.
Aiden Myers, senior, running back, linebacker.
All right. Well, hey, congratulations to everybody. I know everyone's super hungry. I know a little bit about food. Just a tad. But before we go there, I have Jim Toomey. I want Jim to give us 5 minutes. He wants to talk about sportsmanship. It's a huge emphasis this year, and Jim and I talked a couple days ago, and I think it's important to just give him a good 5 minutes and really listen to what he's telling us. Okay? Because this year there is an emphasis. So coaches, we know what that means, right? That means more and more guys, less warnings, more rejections, and that's what we want to eliminate. So Jim has graciously came to talk to us about that, so thank you.
Thanks, Mike. Okay, so it's great to be here, guys, and trust me, we officials really appreciate the Schuylkill League, and we really appreciate the Schuylkill League coaches. I do some college football, and I make it my business to go see the guys from Schuylkill County. I read the rosters before each game, and I walk up to them. They don't know me, but I remember them. So there is, as Coach said, a lot more guys playing Division III, Division II. I don't see Division I, but I'm assuming he's right. I've officiated now. This is my 30th year. Okay, I think I'm as good as I've always been, but I'm probably fooling myself on that. I taught for 30 years on Mr. Carastita. So what I'm here to tell you about is when I put this jersey on, and I'll use the movie that the Elephant Man. Most of my culture comes from Seinfeld, where the Elephant Man says, "I am not an animal." What that means for today is when I put this shirt on Friday night, you don't get an opportunity to scream at me or kick me or whatever you want to do. But I don't have the opportunity to say the same thing to you. This is where I'm going with that. Okay, we have to have a greater respect for each other. Okay, I'm trying to talk to officials about doing that. The coaches, you need to know something, especially at the junior high level and especially with your assistant coaches. Those days of them screaming are pretty much over. And I know it's tough to speak in front of the Schuylkill County crowd. I coached, I screamed, I taught, I screamed. I couldn't do that now. So any of you who think, well, you know, Toomey's foolish, it's not that way anymore. You can't do it. And as Coach said, the penalties are going to get more severe. Okay, now you guys have a 10-game schedule. If you get disqualified or ejected, you're losing a game. That is then sent to the PIAA where they'll review, and we have to write down everything that happened, including the language that's spoken back and forth. Now, if there's a main difference between my day and your day, it's the language you guys use to adults. It's different. Okay? When I was younger, the word suck didn't go anywhere. I punished my kids for saying it. Now it's an everyday thing. The other word that begins with an F has become more of a daily thing, but it's not a daily thing on the football field with officials. Okay? So coaches and players, if you get disqualified, that's one game. When it's sent to the PIAA, they can put on a supplemental disqualification, which they're not even sure what it is yet. We're going to be talking about it at the convention this weekend. What exactly does it mean? Because more officials are pushing for more penalties for coaches and players, and even so, spectators. So I ask you guys who are sitting here, kind of preaching to the choir with the players that are here, okay? You got to go back, and when a referee or an official says to you during the game, go talk to 22. You got to go talk to 22. No matter how bad I was, you got to go talk to 22 because that's your warning. My warning for coaches, I'll go up to Coach Farr and I'll say, Coach, you want to repeat that? That should be his warning, okay, to say, okay, that's enough. I asked Coach, this is the last thing, Coach, I asked Coach earlier this week, what do you want from us? Players, what do you want from us? Feel free to come up to me and tell me, here's what I'd like to see more from officials. I know the answer for coaches, communication. come talk to me. I will come talk to you. But don't yell at me when I come. That's the biggest difference, because once you yell back, I've done that. It's like anything else. If your parents yell at you, what do? Thanks, Mom? Okay, it just doesn't happen. So again, please watch what you do. I'm sorry for putting a negative light in this, and my condolences to the North Schuylkill family for losing a former student, and three people that are still trying to recover from that. But I appreciate it, look forward to this year. Anything I can do, coaches, I know I've already talked to the Blue Mountain about coming down and talking about the new rules and stuff. Anything I can do, I'm available. Feel free to call. Okay? My other problem. This is a magazine that I read. This is my Bible, like your playbook. And if you look at this magazine at any month, 2 of the first 3 pages are about officials being assaulted by spectators or coaches or even officials assaulted. This is going on too much. We haven't had that up here yet. Last night I spoke at the East Bend Conference. I haven't had that down there yet. If that should happen, where it gets to the point where somebody is assaulted, you wait and see what happens then. So we have to curtail it now. We have to talk like we're humans together. And I never thought I'd be able to do this in public, but coach, good luck this year, okay? And let's talk to each other.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you, guys.
All right, thanks, Jim. I don't yell at you much. Maybe, I'm not near as bad as Gallagher is. I know Gallagher screams and yells. Yeah, he's out in the hash marks. Anyway.
Say which one of you guys don't.
Yeah. All right, well, hey, thank you. Now I'm literally turning it over to the media. We're gonna go grub. And I hope everyone has a very successful season. Stay healthy. And we need to get our presence back into the districts and the state playoffs. So that should be our goal, and let's get back there. How about we start the food with Tri-Valley? We'll work